Boiler industry at that time was a very respected industry. Now at that time, paper mills had mountains of pith.
He mentioned a great thing about you. I'll quote the customer.
Then the customer said, no, ये आप जरा कुछ गलती हो सकता है आप.
Of course.
He said, okay, if you are so pessimistic, then okay, go in for a 7 ton.
Okay. There was one hat that you had to select as your favorite. Which one would that be? Although I think I know the answer, but
I love to do engineering. I love to innovate. And with the help of AI, you can do things much faster.
in seconds and microseconds, yeah.
We have not hired a president level man in the last 25 years.
Today, I have the privilege of being with our most revered Mr. Rohinton Engineer. He is the MD and Chairperson of Industrial Boilers Limited. They're one of the largest exporters of boilers from India. We'll deep dive into the thinking and the psyche behind what IBL today is, and how the brain behind the company functions, because I've heard a lot of stories, especially with respect to the design. I know that you think out of the box when it comes to the design, as how an engineer should be thinking, and that justifies your last name as well. So welcome. I'm looking forward to a great session with you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me here.
You wear a lot of hats while running the show. So if there was one hat that you had to select as your favorite, which one would that be? Although I think I know the answer, but
I love to do engineering. I love to innovate.
Okay.
That's one thing which always fascinates me. I would say that my journey started with the advent of Lotus. Not Excel, huh?
Yeah. I know.
And Lotus was, we made our own programs, what we used to do manually.
Okay.
And we put them in Lotus, and that reduced 50% of our time in designing of boilers. With the computing powers available today,
correct,
iterations became very easy. Which used to take you a day would be now done in minutes.
Yeah.
And with AI today, and with the help of AI, you can do things much faster.
In seconds and microseconds, yeah. I was sitting with a client. He mentioned a great thing about you. I'll quote the customer. So he said that you have the capability of making the boiler for the specific need, and you don't necessarily stick to the models that you sell. Rather, you try to deliver a boiler which is, something that the customer needs.
I'll go back a little bit in history. When the paper mills of India, earlier they used to install, say, 8-ton boilers for a small 30-40 ton paper mill. At that time, we would recommend them to just go in for a 5-ton and a 6-ton boiler. So that's how we came about the change. I mean, why would you install a larger capacity boiler and then run it
Inefficiently, yeah.
One gentleman purchased a wheel making plant and a second-hand wheel making plant. And that wheel making plant, originally where it was installed, had a 27-ton boiler.
Okay.
Because the wheel making requires huge quantity of steam at one time, and it has a force multiplier.
Yeah.
But the demand is so high that if it's a normal boiler, the pressure will drop down, and
it won't deliver
the hot metal would not be able to be pressed. So he said, no, I would require a 27-ton boiler. Now, when we studied the customer's requirement, we felt that it was a wrong decision because it was just for a few minutes that he required the high quantity of steam.
Right.
And we finally selected just the 6-ton boiler with a thermal storage.
Okay.
Then the customer said, no, ये आप जरा कुछ गलती हो सकता है आप.
Of course.
They said, okay, if you are so pessimistic, then okay, go in for a 7 ton. ठीक है, आप 8 ton का boiler.
Okay.
We made a 8 ton boiler.
So he took it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
He felt that he would be more safer.
Okay.
But imagine 27 tons to 8 tons.
Right. So that's why I was asking whether he even agreed to the 8 ton or not.
He agreed to 8 tons, and it is now 20 years down the line.
Still working.
Even today, that boiler is running perfectly, forging wheels for the railways. Boiler industry at that time was a very respected industry. So people took it seriously to understand that a boiler is the heart of an industry. It is also today an heart of an industry, but I feel that we don't get the same respect that we used to get at that time.
Right.
In the 80s, the paper mills used to use bagasse for paper making. Right? And at that time, they used to have a deep eater.
Yeah, right.
So, and they used to remove the pith.
Yeah.
Now, at that time, paper mills had mountains of pith.
And that was a huge problem back then because you would have to think what to do with pith.
And then we developed a boiler called the BMF series. And we started burning them in the boiler.
Okay. You guys started that.
Yes, it's a fact. And you ask any paper mill owner, he will tell you.
Oh, okay.
It was IBL boiler only that used to be able to burn the pith. And we were flooded with orders. And I think within 6 months to a year, there was no mountain remaining in the paper mill for pith.
Right. That was
an innovation. I just give you an example. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we have got boilers working on today on parali, what we call
rice straw. Yes.
And we number of at least hundreds of boilers working on parali.
Is it?
Yeah, they're successful operations. We have our own rating systems that we have developed, feeding systems we have developed. And mind you see, we target the small MSME sector.
Right.
The MSME sectors have got small boilers.
That's what I was wondering.
And that's when they are able to use the biomass, which is locally available, and which is cheap, economically available.
Otherwise, waste.
Yes, others are waste. So it's a win-win situation for
everyone. How do you handle the scaling in the boiler when you burn fuels like rice straw and?
See, rice straw I think is still a much better fuel compared to mustard straw.
Right.
And let me tell you frankly that if you look at the whole Bhilwara region. Today, mustard straw has become a premium commodity.
Right.
It was never used as a fuel, say, 5-10 years back. Today is in a short supply. And if you look at this Bhilwara region, close to 80-90% of IBL boilers are there who are using these mustard straw.
Okay. So what in design has changed?
Yeah, see, if you have to attack it as what is the problem? It's the fouling factor. So if the fouling is there, you have to attack the boiler in such a way that the fouling is avoided. So the temperature zone connections, proper temperature zones created. And some areas you allow the fouling to take place, some areas you don't allow it to take place. Second thing is on the where you have power generation, we do our own steam turbines also. So when we do our steam turbine, we have to go in for superheaters. So superheaters is also prone to failure if you use just normal material of say T22, T11. We improvised and gone in for better materials, and by which way the superheaters also give you a long life. So it's just technology and adoption of a proper design of a boiler. Now, every time the fuel is changing, the parameters of the boiler need to be changed.
Adjusted, yeah.
But that's not going to be done by the operator.
Yeah.
So there is automation.
Okay.
So the automation takes place during the switchover of the fuels.
Right.
So the Grates part takes care of itself.
Right.
The grating systems modulate the fuel based on the calorific value automatically.
Right.
Then the fans automatically set their air. So instrumentation is available. All you have to do is incorporate them into
apply the technologies.
So you measure the O2, then control the fans, control the ID fan through draft system. All that comes under the green sense. And with the changing fuels also, the boiler automatically adapts itself. We were the first people to supply boilers into the forging industry. Forging industries in India only use Lancashire boilers up to, I think, early 90s. Why? Because the Lancashire had thermal storage and it used to run the hammers very comfortably. But they were very inefficient because the fuel cost had gone up by that time. And then we developed these special boilers with inbuilt thermal storage, which could run these hammers. So today, all forgings industry has gone in for our IBL boiler or whatever boilers which have been
replicating the same. Let's assume there is an idea and it could be generated, as I'm coming to know, from any of the sources. Now, once the idea exists, how do you guys process that idea as a team?
We prototype it. We also operate certain things in our factory for a certain period of time after prototyping it. And if it works, then we incorporate it as a product.
So who heads this part of the manufacturing and the innovation in manufacturing?
I'll not answer your question directly. The important thing you need to understand in IBL Group is that we have not hired a president level man in the last 25 years. All the team who head IBL in the senior positions have grown within the organization.
Okay.
Now, when the team has grown within the organization, they know what their requirements are.
Right.
So, answering your point is that whether I do it or my children do it or whether my team does it, it's a joint effort. We feel that fossil fuel has now got a limited lifespan.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So, why going to reinvent a wheel, which is a dying industry?
Okay.
India has been lucky for the power generation industry. One, the government saw that the older power generation units of 220 megawatt and all that were more or less efficient compared to the supercritical.
Right.
So it was a decision taken that we should go in for supercritical boilers.
Right.
Only. So that is one boost that has come to the industry. And second is that demand has increased in India. India is a wonderful country which has got tremendous amount of growth. And another good decision taken by the government of India, and it's a very wise decision by our Prime Minister, is that why would we store our data out of the country?
Correct.
It should be stored in India.
Right.
With these data centers coming in, there's going to be big power demand.
Exactly. Huge power.
Yeah. So all these reasons is a positive sign for the thermal power industry.
Correct.
And so it's good for the country. You have business and you have so much jobs available.
Good for us as well.
I really enjoyed a small talk that we had today. What I really admired and appreciated in whatever time we spent together is that you came up with a blank slate. Your thought process was very clear. So you were very clear of what questions you need to ask, and that to extempo. So that's a very good quality you have, and you're able to remember and put questions point to point at the right time. And that's a lovely.
Thank you so much.
I had learned from you something.
Thank you so much. Thank you.